Hello YouTube family and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is McKinney and I love making videos about slow fashion, capsule wardrobing, and finding your personal style. It's getting to be that time of year where we start thinking towards the autumn depending on what hemisphere you're in, but here in the northern hemisphere we're definitely thinking about, or at least I'm thinking about, the coming season of autumn and the later season of winter, but this video is specifically going to be about autumn. Now, fall or autumn, whatever you want to call it, is one of my favorite seasons to dress for. I love the warmth that comes in, the inherent coziness, and how that really bleeds into the holiday season. It's one of my favorite times of year, so I'm really looking forward to it, which is why in this video, I want to walk you through some of my ideas, inspirations, just like general notions about what my capsule wardrobe is going to be like for this fall and winter season or cool weather capsule. I want this to be kind of a casual, chatty video where I discuss what kind of textures and patterns, colors, inspirations, and overall vibes or moods that I am feeling inspired by for this coming season. Now, it's currently 95 degrees outside in Southern California, but I'm going to try to project myself into October and November, and I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be spending pretty much the entire autumn season on the East Coast this year, and so I'll be doing a lot of filming from there, and that's been really inspiring for me as I plan this, because for the first time in like 4 years I'll be able to see the seasons change and the leaves fall, so that's very exciting. But that's enough intro. I've already talked your ear off. Let's go ahead and get into the video, but before we do that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a big thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments what is inspiring you for this coming season, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, and of course, what are your inspirations, your muses? I want to hear all about it in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started. As I talk about each of these features, I'm going to be showing kind of my inspiration alongside them so that you can kind of visualize what I'm talking about. So I think that the first thing that has really inspired me for this coming season or these coming cool weather seasons has just been the idea of a shift in my capsule wardrobe in terms of color emphasis. Now, in all of my capsule wardrobes, a really continuous color has been the color blue. I love the color blue. I think it's beautiful. It's one of the most pleasing colors to look at, particularly light blues. I really love that. But lately, I feel like the light blue in my fall winter capsules feel a little bit out of place or in the way of fully fleshing out this kind of warmth that I'm trying to embody for the autumn season in particular. So for this coming season, I want to spend less time emphasizing my blue pieces and more time emphasizing the warmer pieces that I already own, as well as adding some new colors to my capsule. So adding colors like deeper, richer blues, roses, which I already have some in my autumn capsule, kind of rich chocolate browns, maybe cognacs, and beautiful deep dark greens. All of the colors that kind of manifest themselves naturally in the external world, in nature during this time of year is what I really want to fill my capsule wardrobe with for this season. Another big emphasis and influence on that has been my coming to terms with the fact that I think I am a true autumn in terms of color analysis. Now, I'm not really big into seasonal color analysis. I did go on a little bit of a self-typing rampage a couple of weeks ago, and even though it's not the primary way that I like to determine what colors look good on me, I have been feeling and seeing myself reflected in a lot of the true autumn color palettes. So working in some of those colors is going to be a big theme and trend for my fall winter capsule wardrobe. I think that cool muted colors are really beautiful. I've always been kind of drawn towards them, but there's something about really rich, saturated colors that I think suit me pretty well, and I want to give that a try in a few ways here and there. In terms of overall style, vibes, aesthetics, or personas, whatever you would like to call it, I'm being inspired by what I'm usually inspired by when this time of the year rolls around. I'm always really inspired by retro meets academic meets like prairie or western and cottagecore. And I think all of those things influence each other really, really nicely for the fall winter season particularly. So the way that that looks, I think, is one, the emphasis in warm colors, I think, is something that really kind of works for all of those aesthetics or wardrobe themes. I think that combinations of masculine and more structured pieces with billowy and floral patterns is also a really nice balance that has a bit of all of those themes in them inherently. Another thing that I think touches on all of those kind of style aesthetics is the mixture between kind of maybe rougher, more masculine silhouettes and textures with more feminine silhouettes and textures. So the way that I'm thinking about that is really beautiful structured pieces, things like blazers and coats, harder textures like leather, things that are a little bit rougher, things that are a little bit maybe more outdoorsy almost, or even classic academic, mixed with beautiful soft textures and feminine patterns. So floral patterns in billowy dresses and skirts mixed with those more masculine elements is a combination that I think is really beautiful. And of course, that is also really nice when you pair it with softer textures, things like knitwear and cable knit. I think those are really beautiful. And again, it touches on each one of those aesthetics, which I think ties everything together really nicely. And even though these things can feel opposite sometimes, when you put them together, they create a really beautiful balance. And kind of going off of that, some of the patterns and textures that I'm really after for these upcoming cool weather seasons are things like suede, which I think is really lovely. I have a pair of suede boots that I really like in a really pretty camel color. That would be just so, so lovely. I'm really looking forward to introducing patterns like more plaid patterns. I wore so much plaid in high school and early college, and I'm really looking to kind of get back to that, whether that's in kind of shackets or jackets or even just flannel button-down shirts that have plaid patterns on them. I think that is something that is both super cozy but also feels kind of academic, kind of retro, especially when you pair it with that warmer color palette. In terms of silhouettes, I'd really love to try out more retro-inspired silhouettes, wide legs on the bottom with tighter tops. I think is really beautiful. I really love the idea of more academic silhouettes, so introducing some kind of collar, whether that's a Peter Pan collar, just a normal collar, a ruffle collar. I think collars in any way offer a really great layering opportunity. They feel put together, but they can also be super easy to style. And of course, this is actually no different from my style preferences in general, but anything that has a gathering in the shoulders, the waist, anything that has a slight puff sleeve is just I love. It's just like an essential part of my personal style that transcends all seasons for me personally. So that's kind of just like a chatty look into what is inspiring me for this fall and winter season that is upcoming, the things that I am looking forward to adding or digging out of my already existing wardrobe, what I'm kind of going for in terms of aesthetic goals, textures, colors, and yeah, that is really exciting to me. I love the imaginative part of fashion, this planning, achieving a certain look and how you get there. I think that the brainstorming and inspiration phase of any capsule wardrobe is one of the most fun and kind of the most revelatory, because you can really see how you're reacting to given things, and it helps you get to know yourself just a little bit more maybe. So I hope that you maybe try this process out. Go on Pinterest, start pinning things, see how you react to them, what you're really drawn to in a beautiful, inspired way rather than in a I need to buy this right now way. And maybe let that inform this upcoming season, whether that's styling what you already own, which of course is always the goal, or adding a few forever or long-term pieces to your wardrobe that will make a huge difference. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to spend this time with you. I hope that you've enjoyed this more casual kind of look into what I'm planning for the next season. If you can, please subscribe to my channel down below, give me a big thumbs up, and comment and let me know what is inspiring you for this upcoming season wherever you are in the world. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a great week. Bye!